Evening all. Guys, this is one of our Australis observation hives. You can see she's chock-a-block full. Lovely brood up the top. Lots of pollen, lots of honey. You can see these, the white stuff there is crystallized sugar from when we were having to feed them through the awful winter of 2022. But anyway, I'm going to attempt to do a assisted eduction with a broodlift from this observation hive. And it's a bit unusual because we're coming into winter now, so we'll just see how we go. Alrighty, let's get into it. And girls have got the new hive worked out. No drama there. Alright, let's go look for some brood. Alright, let's go hunt some brood and some food. So I'm going to take a bit of pollen out of this guy here. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Right. What should I take? I'll just take some of these chunks on the side here, I think. Okay. A little bit of pollen. That's enough from those guys. One in. Okay, we'll move on to another hive to get some honey. All right, going to get some honey from these guys here. Another beautiful colony. So I'm just going to take this little bit here on the side. I'm definitely going to spill a little bit, but let's see what we can get away with. Okay, perfect. There's our honey. Put him on the plate. Close these guys back up. Okay, so this is the first hive I'm going to take a little piece of brood out of. Have a go at it. Chock-a-block. So this guy was last split September 2022. Unreal. So I'm just going to take a little bit from the back here, I think. This is all older brood. So we'll see how we go. This thing is just alive with bees. Pull the viewing panel off. Oh my god, the bee numbers are insane. Just put it down like that. So I'm going to take a little bit from the back here. The advancing front is on the outside. So, okay, cool. I'm also going to have a go at using forks, as was suggested to me in my last Broodlift video. So let's have a little go here. I don't want to take too much. I think probably about in here, I think. Okay, that's not too bad. It's a bit delicate. Might just have to get the camera person to give me some assistance for a tick, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay, and this is the hive I've selected for the queen cell. Okay, it's right here on the end of my knife, if you can see that. So nice and easy. How good. Okay, here's our box. As you can see, it is alive with bees. So I made a little apis wax cradle for the brood. Heaps of bees in here. All right, let's get this done. Okay. First up, we'll get some food in there. A little piece of pollen. Just put him down the front there. A little bit more. A little piece of honey. Can go down the back here. Okay. Time for the brood. So I'll just show you this brood. So here's our main section. There's a little bit of older brood, a little bit of advancing front, and mostly I would say larval brood there. And here's our queen cell right here. I'll just zoom in on that. There's our queen cell there on the end of my finger. So I'll put that guy in last. Okay. Alright guys, so just while I'm transferring this brood into this box, I just want to explain to you quickly why we've gone about this process the way that we have. So we've used 5 hives in this process. So you saw me take some pollen from one hive, some honey from another, brood from a third hive, a queen cell from a fourth hive, and the 5th hive is obviously the mother hive that's supplying the worker bees to work this empty box. So we've done that because we've been very mindful that coming into the cooler months of the year, we don't want to deplete any one hive in particular too much. So spreading the load around 5 different hives is really beneficial. And just on that note, taking a queen cell from a really strong hive and sticking it into a totally unrelated hive means that it doesn't matter if the bees mate in-house, which is generally very bad for genetic diversity and will damage your hive eventually. But by having an unrelated princess going into an unrelated assisted eduction like this one, they can mate in-house, no problem at all. You'll maintain your genetic diversity, and if the weather, being cooler, is not conducive to the bees flying, they'll generally still get the job done, and it all ends up sweet in the end. So it's a really good way to propagate Australis in the cooler months, or in the warmer months, of course. But yeah, it's important to maintain that diversity. So anyway, let's get back to the video. Here we are here, going in. Might just put that guy right on top where I can see it. Okay, let's grab this camera. Let's have a little look. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Got our honey up the back, a little bit of pollen down the front, and our brood in the middle. And our queen cell is right there in the middle of the screen. So we'll just see how we go. So basically we took brood from 2 hives and food from 2 hives. So these guys should be right now. Just keep an eye on that queen cell and wait for it to hatch. See how we progress. Awesome. Alright guys, plenty of updates to come on this one. Alright guys, so here we are 7 days in. Absolutely amazing entrance tunnel that they built there. So that's that guy on the left, and on the right we've got the tunnel that's coming out from the back of the hive, so where the mother hive is coming in. I built boatloads of pots, storing a bit of food, very light on pollen. Well, basically they're the pollen pots I put in there, so they're just building on top of those after repairing the damage. They've covered most of the brood. And our queen cell is still visible. Look, I believe that is a princess about to hatch. So what I'm going to do now is disconnect this hive right now, I think, just in case they want to knock her off. Okay, keep you updated. Alright guys, so what I've done, I've actually changed my mind. I was going to disconnect them, but she's going to take a while to come out of there, I would suggest. They don't seem to be overly aggressive towards it, they seem to be pretty excited. So all I've done is I've just opened the T-piece on the mother hive here. This guy here, so going back into the mother hive there, and these guys can come and go out of here. We'll just see how that goes. She's head and shoulders out, but taking her time. I think she's going to be okay. They don't seem to be aggressive towards her at all. Here's our queenie. Still not sure if she's mated or not. There she just went. Alrighty, let us have a final look at this little Broodlift / assisted eduction box. So you can see the brood is growing nicely. Don't know if we'll be lucky enough to see the queen. Maybe just there. There we go, bottom of the screen. Excellent. So they're looking great. They're away now for sure, growing nicely. So this entire process has taken a smidge over 4 months. So yeah, day one was the 28th of March 2023, and it's now the 8th of August 2023. So happy with that. They've got heaps of food accumulating in there. Stoked. So as we're just about to come out of winter, these girls should explode. Alrighty, that's us. We're done. Thanks for watching. Be good to yourselves.